In this video, Brad's going to show us how exactly you hone in a fishing spot when you're trying out a new lake.
So I'm set up on this spot on the end of an island where we drop off in the middle to between 50 to 60 feet. What I'm trying to target is where the shallows begin. So this bay, quite deep, and it all comes up into between this island and the mainland here. It should come up to about 8 to 10 feet, and we should get a weedy bottom. So we're trying to target fish for the late bite. So what I've got here for a fish finder is a Garmin 4. And we are going to get this set up so that we can find out what kind of depth we're working in and try to find, hopefully, about 10 feet in the edge of a weed bed. I just have to get my unit set up. So we are in 43 feet of water right now. So we know that right now we're fairly deep. So we're going to take the auger and we're going to move in a little bit until we find this spot where the lake is shallow. Right now I should be moving uphill, so to speak, on the lake bottom into something a little more shallow. So you can see where we are. You can see where my snowmobile is. I'm going to move in increments like this, maybe about 20 yards at a time, and drill my next hole. So you can see that last hole there, it was still a little bit too deep, so we're going to continue to move in between this island and the mainland here to hopefully find this spot about 8 to 10 feet of water. So I've come in about 20 yards from the snowmobile, and it might be hard to see there, but we're now only in about 38 feet of water. So we're not quite there. I'm going to continue to move in between this island and the mainland. So you can see we're getting even further from the snowmobile here, but going to try a fourth hole, again moving about 20 yards at a time until I find that depth that I'm looking for. This next hole here, we are getting a little closer on hole 4. We're in 18 feet of water, but still not exactly that flat that I'm trying to target here. Hole number 5, we're getting into what we're looking for, which is 10 feet right now. But if you look and you notice along the bottom here, the bottom 2-3 feet, it's a little bit wavy showing on our flash finder, or on our fish finder, pardon me. So this is showing us that there's some structure there, which is weeds most likely. Here we're in 8 feet of water, so it hasn't really changed as dramatically in the last 20 yards, which shows me we're kind of getting into that flat area. And again, looking at the bottom of the screen there, we are in some weeds. That's what this is indicating to me. So the weeds are going from about 8 to 5.5 feet under the water, meaning we've got 2.5, 3 feet of weeds at the bottom of this spot in the lake. And I moved another 20 yards and we're also still sitting in about 8 feet. You can see looking at the bottom, there's still maybe a little bit of weeds in there showing, but not as much as we had in the last spot. So that means over the last 40 yards, we've barely had any change in depth, which shows me now I've found a flat that's got a little bit of weed bottom. So it's going to hold some forage for the perch that we're looking to target for the evening bite. I'm just walking back along my trail here from hole to hole. Gonna go get my snowmobile and get my gear and set up for the evening bite.
If you liked this video, be sure to give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and tap that notification bell to keep more fishing content coming your way. See you next time.